How are we starting this?
Welcome.
Hello, welcome here. Welcome to our sites, our websites. Who does websites these days, Matt? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
we're so OG. It's not funny.
So, what's deepestsize.com? Why are we
Well,
doing this?
we're deepestsize.com exists because earlier this year, I guess I found a new band called Gang of Youths and started telling the whole world about them. And you, I guess, started checking out some of the songs, and things escalated quickly.
It's supposed
and we
to. It's supposed to stop at registering a domain name, and then nothing ever happens from that. That's like you
Right.
spend the $10 on the domain, and then nothing further happens.
And it goes into the pile of unused domains. Like
Yeah,
we all have, 20, 30, 40, 50 domains that we thought, yeah, we're going to do this someday. Well, this time we actually did it. We created a website. And so we are here doing this video because we want to introduce ourselves and our website to potentially a new audience. I think any U2 fans that might be watching this might recognize you or myself, but certainly Gang of Youths fans wouldn't, and anyone else that just happens to stumble along the video wouldn't. So that's why we're here. Should we introduce ourselves first and then talk about the website? You want to go
sure.
first?
Yeah, I'm. Mine will be short. I'm a music fan, U2 fan. Obviously, I noticed I'm wearing a U2 shirt. You've got U2 paraphernalia in the background, uh, but this is a Gang of Youths or not podcast. I was gonna say not yet. Website. He's got the toque. Do you call them toques there? I'm in
No, we
Canada.
don't.
You call them
Yeah,
beanies or
yeah. I think this is considered a beanie
yeah.
or a winter cap.
So, but I'm, as you can tell from my words, I'm in, in Canada, and but we know each other through a mutual U2 fandom, and we both help out with a site that Matt also founded called @u2.com. So that's where I know Matt from, and knowing that Matt has a pretty good eye and ear, I guess, for picking bands that seem to stick around for a while, and being similar, I guess, similar vintage maybe, and also a couple of white dudes with similar backgrounds probably is why I knew that when he started tweeting about a band, he wasn't because you're like so associated with U2. I know that you're probably somewhat reluctant to start spouting off about some other bands because
Yeah.
U2 fans get restless and worried and anxious that somehow your at U2 is going to disappear tomorrow or whatever, and it's not, just to set anybody at ease. But anyways, and so Gang of Youths I checked out because of that, and very quickly really enjoyed their music, both the musical side, the lyrical side, the singing, and even just a bit of their story. I don't actually know a ton about their story. I just read a bit, and didn't want to go too deep. I think until I knew that this was serious, I guess. So who are you, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, my a lot of my story or reasoning, whatever, is the same. So I'm Matt McGee. I'm based in the U.S. in Washington State. Background of journalism and marketing. Been building websites since the mid 1990s at U2. The U2 website Chris mentioned started in 1995, still going strong. And so I discovered Gang of Youths in April of this year because of a RollingStone.com article that kind of connected them in a sense to U2. Um, and they just quickly became a favorite band of mine. And I wrote a blog post, even the first time in 35 years that U2 was not my favorite band. They became my second favorite band. I've had a lot of second favorites over the years, but yeah, just something about Gang of Youths and as you said, the lyrics and the music and the musicianship just hit me really hard. And I guess I tend to express my fandom by creating websites. That's what I did for U2 way back when. And so, you and I are sort of similar online creator types, and we have this community of others that do the same. And so it just seemed like a logical extension. That's sort of how my fandom is expressed. So
Yeah.
at U2's been around for 23 years. If Gang of Youths, the band, is around that long, then I hope Deepest Size is as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like we joked about at the beginning of like registering a domain name is usually where it stops. I think you had the like registering the domain name part, and then I build websites as well for clients
Yeah.
and do a bit of podcast editing as well, and so that's sort of my work background, and so it's always fun to start a new project for me. That's like setting up a website, WordPress, whatever, and
Yeah.
getting that stuff configured is fun, and then knowing that there's someone else like you who would be helping with or doing a lot of the content, then also made it a lot of fun to sort of go to that next step and then that's why we ended up with an actual website, I think. So
Yeah, and we should do like if we ever do a podcast down the road, or maybe we just do a separate video. That's what you just touched on, this whole process of starting the website and figuring out what should be on it and looking for, like, I'm right now in the process of researching all their tour dates going back to when they formed, and that's the discovery of that is really fun for me. But we should probably hold that off for just some other time. Let's real quick talk about the website itself. We're going to do news, right?
yeah.
Tour information, and then you installed the forum software, so we're hoping to build a community as well.
Yeah, I think, and I'm guessing we're like I said, we're not 20 somethings who rely on, maybe, I don't know what the 20 somethings rely on these days, but like a bit old school in terms of the forum and giving a place for fans of the band to like gather and talk and debate and review and commiserate. As you know, obviously a band that's in Australia is going to be a very hard ticket to get to at this point for us over here, which is kind of funny because U2 traditionally has been a very North American focused band despite being in Ireland, and so Gang of Youth obviously have that sort of hill to climb yet as far as breaking into North America. But that's part of, I guess, what we're hoping to help with, and sort of gather some of the fans, give them a place to land, to meet other fans, chat, learn about stuff about the band, what people like, and you know, all that kind of stuff that we've seen over the many years, obviously, as on the U2 side, and just the benefits of having a place to go to, and not trying to be the be all end all to make a bunch of money off of it. Obviously, I don't think you're well in the hole on the whole U2 fan. So it's not like this is a get rich quick or at all project. And so that's why we brought on someone like Eric, who is going to help out with the forum. Who's very keen. He's a fellow U2 fan, but also had spotted Gang of Youths at some point. And besides that, is there anything else that
I'm a big believer in what you were just talking about in terms of providing this sort of home, this online home for fans. But then I also think websites can play a really important role, fan sites, in sort of drumming up and supporting a band as they, expand their horizons. So I think at U2 and the other online communities back in the day and over times have certainly helped U2 continue to have its success that it's had for so long. And so I hope Deepest Sighs can do the same for Gang of Youths, however far they want to take it.
Yeah.
If we can play a role in building that fan base and exciting that fan base as we cover the band, then yeah, that's what I hope it does. And yeah, as you said, it's a totally volunteer thing. And if anyone's watching this and is a Gang of Youth fan, we would love help. Yeah, you can send in news that you find. Send in if you have old photos from concerts years ago. We'd love to post them on the website. Anything like that, news, info, pics. We have a contact at deepestsighs.com is the group email address. We have our individual emails on the About page. So there's different ways to contact us. We're on all the socials. If you like to write, you can do a guest article. You can sign up for the forum and just be, active in there and join in the conversation, start conversations. There's all kinds of ways we want fans to get involved in this.
Yeah, obviously follow us, whatever your platform of choice, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We've got accounts on those. Obviously, we'll probably, in order of priority, I guess, is Twitter down to Facebook and then Instagram, just because of the kind of content we'd be putting out. We're not going to have a lot of our own photos of the band or whatever. And there's only so many photos of us typing at our computer that you need to see, I guess, to know while we're listening to
the Instagram account is going to be interesting.
But that said, yeah, we'd love to have fans get involved, and the forum is probably the first place, just like even if to build familiarity with us and with you and with other fans and start there, and I'm sure as the band grows, hopefully, and then the site will grow as well, and people can get involved and things like that. So we have, like we said, we have lots of experience working with a group of, I don't know what it is, 20 some people, I guess, on a U2 fan site. And so, yeah, the fear, I guess, the one fear I have in doing all of this, and we can end on this before we go too long, is what if the band decides not to do another album and they just sort of go away, because they've put out this album, the last album, and toured a bit with it, and open for bands and stuff. And now they're kind of, they're touring in Australia right now, right? But
right.
There is a chance that they just decide, you know what, that was fun, that was enough, and they go start families and work in an office somewhere. So I guess we'll see.
I hope not.
It might be a Gang of Youths archival history site if that happens, I guess. So, but hopefully not. And yeah. So
Hopefully we'll go on for many, many years.
yeah. Any closing thoughts before we end this?
No, it's just I'm looking forward to it. It's fun. I love this process that we're going through, and it's exciting to open it up and tell the world that it's here. And if you're a Gang of Youths fan, come join us.
All right. Okay. Thanks for watching. And I don't know where we'll post this, somewhere on the website, I guess, as well. But leave a comment or thumbs up or like or whatever. Share it. I don't know. Whatever the kids do these days with stuff. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Thanks, everybody.